Hey, good morning, everyone. Once again, good morning. Now I am on record. I'm recording the meeting. I see Jason has joined the meeting room. And for your information, the meeting is also live streaming on YouTube, my YouTube channel, just for you to take note. I hope the others will join soon, but we'll start off with the introductory messages. You all will see the welcome message there at the top of the unit web page, PG420 unit web page. Let me just go to the unit web page and then show you what I'm referring to. All right. Yes, so this is the top part of the unit web page. General part, general section. You have the welcome video there, the announcement forum, the unit outline, learning guide, required readings, and followed by what we'll be doing on a weekly basis. So as per the information given in the video, the unit will be fully online, will be offered fully online together with the foreign policy unit. So if you ever look at our PSD, there are two units. This unit PG420 International and Regional Security, including PG428 Foreign Policy in PNG, will be offered fully online using Moodle, Zoom, and Facebook. But I have decided this morning to share our live streaming via YouTube just to check whether or not it will work. So when we move into our presentation starting next week, we'll use Facebook as our main platform to live stream or live broadcast our presentations. And there are two reasons why we need an online video sharing platform. The first reason is that DivineWeb does not have, or DivineWeb University does not have a online video sharing platform. And secondly, you'll see that Moodle has a limited capacity. You can only share things that are below 100 megabyte or 100 megabytes. We cannot share files that are 250, 500 or 1 gigabyte. So based on this situation or this problem, I've decided to use Facebook, either Facebook or YouTube, because they are video sharing. They have the capability to allow us to share videos with large capacity, bigger than 100 megabytes. So YouTube and Facebook were selected for that particular reason. And also, most importantly, like I have stated, the university does not have a online video sharing platform, so it's difficult for us to create videos and then share them so students can access. And third reason is we want to be, content creators. We want to create content and share knowledge with not only us but the rest of PNG. Since we're all contributing towards nation building, we need to create such content so it will help educate not only you people who are studying in university, but all citizens of this country. At least we share our knowledge and what we know about international relations, international security, regional security, and other important topics with our fellow citizens. So these are the reasons why we are going to use Facebook as a platform, social media platform, to live stream our Zoom meetings. So going back to what I stated earlier, this unit will be offered fully online. So consultations will be done online. If you go to the learning guide, you'll see my schedule is there, my timetable. I've scheduled the class. You have 4 hours of consultation. As per the timetable, your first consultation period is this afternoon. every Monday from 5:30 to 5 o'clock, or sorry, from 5:30, 5 o'clock ending time and we'll start at 3:30. 3:30 to 5:30 Mondays, our first consultation period will be conducted online, so via Zoom or use of MS or Microsoft Teams or WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is given there, 783-20-614. So that's specifically for academic matters only, not private information or private advice or private communication consultation. That's for academic consultation regarding the unit and regarding any difficulties you are facing in relation to the marking criteria, unit outline, and all that. Then on Thursday from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock will be our consultation, second consultation period. So that's Monday and Thursday. So what I will do differently this year is, as per the advice from the HOD, we all of us are required or asked to schedule students on a regular basis. So I'll have 7 or 6 students per week. So on Monday we'll have Jason and maybe McWells and 7 people, and then 7 or 14 people. Then on Thursday we'll have another 7 people or 14 people. So we have to schedule your names. That's what Father Pet wants us to do. So we have to schedule your names, and if you come for consultation, you come. If you don't come, at least we have a schedule there. We're following a schedule, and then I can report back to Father Pet that yes, I've scheduled students. These particular students stand up for the online consultation. They ask questions. They wanted to know more about the marking criteria. They wanted me to explain further some concepts or theories or an issue relating China or the US or something like that. So that's the approach that Father Pet wants us to take this year. So I'm just letting you people know, not only for you people in year 4, you students in year 4, but also the year 3s and the year 2s and year 1s as well. So, and it goes back to our theme for this year. We are here to serve you. So we have to do more to serve. We have to make sure we schedule your name. So when it's your turn to come for consultation or organize a meeting, consultative meeting, then you ask questions relating to the unit itself. And if you have any other learning difficulties, you share that with us. And if there are any issues that are affecting you, like social issues or psychological issues, then you can let us know so we can refer you to the counselors, Ms. Gaunala, and I think that they'll be recruiting a male counselor very soon. So we can refer you to them and you can go see them and talk to them. Talking is a good medicine. It's not a crime. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed to talk to other people about your problems and relate, share with them, make sure you get their professional help, and then it will help you to focus on your studies. So if you have other issues, family issues or psychological issues affecting you, then it will also have implications on your academic life. So make sure you get counseling. All right, so this is in regards to consultation. Otherwise, the information there is similar to what we've done for the last 3 years. And for the sake of the CA students, I think there'll be some CA students joining us this semester because this unit, PG 420, will be an elective in the program specification document. So year 4s from CA will be joining us. I don't know the exact number because they have, apart from this unit, they also have one other unit from SRS. So they have to choose whether to take this unit or whether to take the other unit in the SRS program. SRS or religious studies program. So we have religious studies and social work. These are two different programs. So there'll be some CA students who will be joining us maybe by end of this week or next week. So for their sake, I'll just go through our structure. Okay, firstly, the most important document that all of you need to consult or read, as you all know, the students from our department. But for the CA students, the unit outline is the most important document. It's derived from or taken from the program specification document, the overall program document. And you have the title there, the code. The code used to be IR 431 last year, but we changed the unit code to PG 420 because of our program review last year. And the unit is about security as a concept. Security is becoming very, very important, the concept of security. In every conversation now, you see on the media, print or digital, audio, visual, media, EMTV or MTV, NBC, if you read the national, the postcode, you'll see issues related to security. And security is divided into two different categories. One is state-centric, deals with states threatening the existence or survival of another state, and then the other category is non-traditional, human-centric study of states. So non-traditional looks at human security as a concept, and it connects to poverty and personal safety and all these other security issues that are connected to human security. So we'll discuss as we go along this semester, so you will understand. So we have the state-centric view of security, and then we have the non-traditional, non-state-centric view of security. We can call it or label it that way. So we will look at international and regional security systems that were created by states and non-state actors. And then we will study 5 contemporary modern security threats to all states and non-state entities, including human beings as well. So the five or four issues. We'll begin with the study of China. China is a security threat. And PNG's perspective, then we'll move on to cybersecurity and digital challenges in PNG. We'll look at climate change as an existential security threat. And then we'll conclude with transnational crimes in PNG. So transnational crimes refers to drug smuggling, people smuggling, organized crime, and there are different other examples or categories that we can also classify under transnational crimes. So these are the security issues that we'll focus on this semester. Okay, the next important thing that you need to know is the teaching and learning strategy. So as per the unit outline, there'll be no face-to-face interaction. As I mentioned earlier on, the unit will be offered fully online. And then the main strategy will be student-led seminars. So for the whole 15 weeks, there'll be different programs for the different weeks. You'll have different seminars and you'll be presenting. So it will be through the seminars that we will try to learn from each other. We will listen to you people present, and then we'll give our comments and share our questions. And then through our interaction, we will try to help each other to understand what security is, the concept of security, and how it is applied at the international as well as the regional level and national level as well. All right, so the main strategy is student-led seminars, SLS. You have to work in groups to present answers to questions derived from the required readings via Zoom and live stream in the Facebook group PNG Foreign Policy Discussions. The required readings are grouped under the 5 themes connected to the concept of security. The aim of the strategy is to encourage self-learning, peer learning, teamwork, and communication skills. And other complementary activities include video reviews and a major assessment task. which is your social media awareness campaign. All right. So the expectation is for you to study the learning map on the unit webpage, read the unit outline, including the learning guide, to help you understand and successfully complete the unit. All right. So most importantly, make sure you read and understand what the main teaching and learning strategy. And if you have any questions, comments, please do not hesitate to communicate with me. And your assessment task for this semester, you have 3 assessment tasks as per policy and practice. The 3 assessment tasks listed there, and the details are in the learning guide, so you can have a look at the learning guide and go through the instructions. And if you have any questions or comments, let me know. But the first one is a policy review. So in week 6, you'll be required to write a review for the PNG National Security Policy. And in week 11, you'll be reviewing the PNG Defense White Paper. PNG Defense White Paper. So these are the 2 policies. They are available in the reading folder, or you can download them online as well. They are available online in PDF. So 2 reviews. The one in week 6 is worth 15%. The one in week 11 is worth 15% as well. So a total of 30%. And then you have the online seminar participation. So for our double period, I'll go through and then make sure I explain fully the marking criteria, the expectation for the online seminar presentation. So for this introductory class today, I'll just briefly go through and then we can discuss in detail on Friday when we meet for our online class again. Okay, so the seminar participation, it will be done in weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, and 13. And you'll be required to share your questions and comments as a video or an audio file on the created assigned forums, discussion forums. So you won't write share your comment or questions in written form, but it will be in audio or video form using the Atto editor. I believe all of you are familiar with that, except for the CA students. We can do a demonstration for them on Friday when we meet if they do attend the class. Even if they attend or don't attend, we'll just do a demonstration on Friday so they are familiar with the process. And the final assessment task is a social media awareness campaign. And you'll be asked to select a security issue from the white paper or from the National Security Policy of PNG. It could be drug smuggling. It could be personal security in and around Medang. You don't feel safe going to medicines because you might get robbed along the way. And that's a security issue. So have a look at this issue and then follow the marking criteria to complete the assessment task. So that you'll do in your groups. You need to create groups. So have a look at the learning guide and then you sit down and go through and group yourselves and let me know your groups by Friday. So that will be in week 14, from week 14 to week 1 of examination period. So examination week 1, examination week, the first week, end of the examination week on Friday. So week 14 to Friday. And in between you have the study break, I believe. So roughly 3 weeks to conduct your online social media awareness campaign. And you can also go out and conduct a campaign like some of your peers or your seniors have done over the years. One group, they went to one of the small islands in that group of islands outside Medang town. There's a school there. They went and they did their awareness there. They talked about climate change and rising sea level. They took video pictures. That island before Peak Island, where you go and swim and have your picnic there, that famous Peak Island in Madang. So there's a big island before that island. This particular group of students, they went there, they talked about climate change and they connected with the counselor, the world counselor. He took them there, he helped them, they talked to the students, they gave them brochures or pamphlets and booklets about climate change and what they need to do in order to protect the habitat where they live and to avoid water coming up and destroying everything. Yeah, and then they did videos of that they shared on Facebook for me to mark. So apart from conducting Facebook activities, you can also go out and engage with the locals in and around Madang. That is if your topic is related to things that are security issues that are happening in Madang. All right, so that's 40%. So the 30% will come from the online seminar, the other 30% from the policy review, and then the 40% will come from the online social media awareness campaign. For attendance, like I said, this unit will be offered fully online. So I'll be monitoring your online presence as well. If you attend meetings like now, we have only one attendee, Mr. Jason Way, and I don't know whether there's some people watching on YouTube. But like I said, on Friday, we'll go back to Facebook and we'll live stream on Facebook. So you can, apart from watching via Zoom, you can watch on Facebook as well. So make sure you attend the tutorials. But like I said, we need a platform for storing the video so you can download and watch later. So if you don't attend, then you can watch the videos. You can download the videos from Facebook and you can watch later in your own time. And feedback and unit evaluation strategies. It is very important that you evaluate the unit after or during or from week 12 to week 13. There'll be a unit evaluation, online student unit evaluation conducted by the Quality Assurance Division with the help of the Center for Learning and Teaching. So your feedback will really help me to improve the program. And I also need to, teaching a unit fully online is an experience that we've tried for the first time in 2021, and then we continued in 2022, and this year is 2023 will be our third year offering this unit fully online. This unit together with the PNG Foreign Policy Unit. So we need your feedback to help whether this teaching and learning strategy is effective in helping you to learn about security, learn about international relations. So if all of you can spend time to evaluate the unit at the end of the semester, or from week 12 to week 13, it will help not only myself but help the department and the university as well to see your feedback and collect data about your perception. What is your perception about the use of Moodle and the use of Moodle to offer a unit fully online in a semester, face-to-face unit, or a full-time, sorry, not face-to-face, but full-time undergraduate unit, fully online. So make sure you take time to evaluate the unit. My consultation times we went through already. Monday 3:30 to 5:30 and Thursday 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. These are the references that we'll be using, and the questions for the seminar participation is derived from this particular references. These references from Buzan and Edson, Fry, Tat, Cavalti, Bawa, the Global Initiative Against Transnational Crime, the White Paper, the National Security Policy, Smith, Wesley Smith, Thomas Kidd, Williams, and Zhang. So these are the references that we'll be using this semester, but feel free to read other literature to help you understand what security is and the different security issues that we'll be studying or discussing. Okay, to conclude the learning outcomes, we have 3 learning outcomes and the graduate attributes as well. So at the end of the unit, end of the semester, the first learning outcome is you are able to analyze contemporary security issues using major international relations theories or other analytical frameworks. The second learning outcome, you have to appraise the effectiveness of security strategies employed by PNG to address contemporary security issues. And third learning outcome, propose workable solutions for PNG to help address contemporary security issues. So at the end of the unit, you should be able to propose workable solutions. What should PNG do? What should we include in our national security policy or foreign policy or defense white paper to help address the issue of human smuggling, drug smuggling, police brutality is a security issue. All of us are scared nowadays to walk around and do things because the police might come and use a big fat belt and belt us up or do something to us. So that's a personal security issue. If you look at human security, there are 7 security issues. And one of the 7 is personal security, our own personal security. Walking to town as a student and us driving around as citizens and being stopped by police along the way, what will they do? What will they do to us? Will they follow the law? Will they do the right thing? All these are, security threats and issues that we are concerned about as citizens. And obviously, the major ones are climate change. All of us are scared of rising sea levels and global warming and pandemics, global pandemics. We've read now last week and before last week about the surge in the coronavirus. Yeah, so that's a major security issue. And now we're all scared of international travel. We don't want to travel out because we don't know, there might be another outbreak and then they might close all the airports and we will be stranded in New York or Manila, Sydney or somewhere, and then you'll be struggling to survive. So what should the PNG government do? What are the solutions that they should come up and how should they incorporate that into our current existing policies? All right, so these are our learning outcomes. And I think these are the things that I wanted to share with you. Go through the unit outline. And like I said, on Friday, when we meet again, we'll go through the learning guide. So we'll discuss the assessment task in details and in finer detail, apologies, in detail, and then you can form your groups and let me know your group members for the policy review as well as the online social media awareness campaign. So what's up here, Jason? You're the only one attending. So do you have any questions or comments for me? I can see Benson is at the back. Huh?
Yeah, Lizzie.
Okay.
I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Seems like all the units, the unit code names were changed, and all the units are like PG, and I don't know if this. It seems like this unit is a international relations unit, but the name has been changed to PG 420. So this is the only unit that you'll be taking for us, or there's another unit that you'll be taking us this semester?
Mr. Kiza will take you for PG 433. PG 433 is geopolitics in the Asia Pacific. So Mr. Kiza will be taking you for this particular unit. So there are two IR units. The first one is PG 420, that's international and regional security, and the second one is PG 433, geopolitics in Asia Pacific. And on the issues of having one uniform unit code, an explanation to that, formally or before in the previous program specification document, we had IR codes for IR units, and all the others, they had PG codes. And the intention for having that previously or initially was eventually for the IR program to separate and become a degree program of its own. But in our review last year, we saw that we did not have as a university, we did not have that capability or capacity to split the program and create two different programs. So what we decided to do was to put everything together and to rebrand the program as an area studies program and make international relations become a part of the program. So if you look at the program specification document, now we have one program, an area studies program, Bachelor of Arts in PNG and International Studies. The focus is on PNG, but within the program, we have four major disciplines. We have political studies, community development, cultural studies, and international relations. So if IR is part of the program, then we have to make sure that all the there's uniformity. So all the codes are the same. So we don't create confusion. So students, they think that, oh, okay, IR has 7 units and the unit codes are different. So IR must be a separate program of its own. And when we come here, the major degree is international relations and not PhD studies. So all this confusion, because of this confusion, we had to do this. So in the future, we will definitely look at splitting the program. We'll have international relations or security studies on its own because it's a very important program. But at the moment, we don't have the financial capacity as well as the human resource, human capability, people who are experts in different fields of international relations to offer such a program to our students and to citizens in this country. So if you want a fully, develop international relations program, we have to have experts in the different fields of subfields of international relations as well. Like for myself, I specialize in theories of IR and foreign policy. And Mr. Kiza specializes in international political economy and political economy in general. So apart from the both of us, we need experts in the field of subfield of research, IR research or political science research. We also need people who are specialized in international law, international security, and then we need area specialists. China experts, people who are experts in US policy, the US system, US studies, Asian studies, as well as Australian studies. So we need all these different area specialists as well as specialists in the different subfields of international relations in order to create a strong IR program. So because we don't have that capacity and we lack the financial power to do so, financial capacity to do that, we've decided to revise the program, make it become one, and then in the future, maybe 10 years from now or 5 years from now, if we are able to find funding, then we can offer all these other programs. But also we have created an opportunity for donor agencies or donor governments like the US will be building the US corner in the Friendship Library. So now the door is open for them to offer US studies, American studies, under the PhD studies, PhD and International Studies department. So apart from this PhD studies program, we can offer American studies. It can be financed by the US government through the public diplomacy programs, or the Australian government for that matter. They can offer Pacific studies, Australian studies, and also the Chinese government as well. So it's part of the public diplomacy campaign. They want to make sure that, people in foreign countries, they have a good perception about their country, and they can promote their interest by doing that. So we've opened the door as well for other, governments to come and fund programs that can, new degree programs that can help train public leaders to know China better, America better, Australia, the Pacific better, for that matter. Yeah, so that's why we've made everything. We've made changes and we've streamlined the program. So now all the units are in PG. So it shows that we have only one program, and the other units that you take from other departments, they have different unit codes relating to that particular department. For example, BS 317, Human Resource Management from BS, IS 117 from the IS department, and RS 101 from Social and Religious Studies, Religious Ethics. Yeah. So we kind of made it more clean, because in the previous program, we had only 7 units, IR units with IR code and codes, and all the other units were PG codes. So it did not look good. I mean, that's from our own perspective when reviewing. So we had to make sure that all the programs are uniform. There's uniformity in what we do, and then we make sure that we streamline the program, and hopefully that will help us as well to create a career pathway, a placement pathway for current students and students who graduate from the program. So yeah, that was the intention why we made intention of us changing the unit codes. But if you look at, let me show you our PSD. The program structure. Okay, so this is now our breakup of the various units, categorization of the units. So for culture studies, you have PG 103, PG 151, PG 252, PG 255, PhD literature, PG 324, PhD history, and PG 419, traditional village religions. And then for political studies, you have PG 133, PG 135, PG 223, that's legal studies and the PhD constitution, PG 224, PhD electorates and elections, PG 326, administrative reforms and district development, PG 327, that's peace studies, and PG 4 and 8, you are taking this semester, that's PhD economy and vision 2050. 7 units from politics, and community development, you have a total of 6 units, gender, PG 136, PG 221, that's community development theory and practice, theories of development and change, PG 256. I believe you did not take that unit when you were in year 2. Social policies for community development, that's 325, used to be 309. 407, film studies, and 434, community projects in districts. So we'll be looking at different districts around the country, in particular Medang, the Medang DDA, the projects, maybe Raikos. And I believe all of you come from districts, and you'll be able to tell us, what your members done in your particular district. And for international relations, now we have theories of IR, formerly used to be IR 202, now it's 257. International organizations in PNG is 258, 318 is international law and PNG. Last year, when you took the unit, it was IR 302, international law and international relations. PG 319, is foreign policy. Last year when we took the unit, it was IR 3.3. This unit, PG 420, and PG 428 is foreign policy in PNG, which will be taking the next semester. It will be an online unit again, similar to PG 420. And PG 433, you'll be taking with Mr. Kiza this semester, which will be face-to-face, not online. And then apart from these units from our discipline, we have the service units, RS 101, IS 117, and then we have enrichment units, PG 116, study skills for university learning, BS 317, human resource management, and the research units, PG 317 and PG 427, which you are taking this semester with Ms. Baptiste and Ms. Kekea. Yeah, so that's the breakup of our units as per our revision or review last year. Yeah. So you see all the units are now streamlined and they all have the same unit code and there's uniformity in what we do. Just to give you an example of what I've been talking about. Yes, Jason, does that help you understand the program better or address the query that you have expressed?
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Any other questions before I let you
No.
people go?
I don't have any questions.
Okay. I've sent the enrollment key with all of you. I've sent it via email as well as on Moodle and Facebook, our Facebook group as well. So let the others know once they register, they have access to the internet and the user credentials, then they can enroll themselves. And I don't know about the number of CA students who will be taking the unit with you people. Hopefully we'll know by end of this week. I'll have a chat with the HOD, Dr. Aime, and see how many are interested in the unit. And if they're interested, then I'll forward the enrollment key to them and they can also go about taking the normal approach for taking units that are outside of the study map or study program. Okay, so I'll briefly go through the unit outline and on Friday we'll go through the learning guide and try to create groups. So make sure all your peers they attend the meeting on Friday either on Facebook or via Zoom, and then we can talk more about the assessment task and have a look at the assessment task. And also, but I need to confirm attendance first before I make the schedule for consultation. Like I have stated earlier on, Parapet wants us to have a weekly schedule, so we have 7 or 10 people per week. So for the first consultation period, the 2 hours period, maybe first 10 people, then on Thursday another 10 people. So at least we give you that space and time to share with us your worries, whatever concerns or queries you have, whatever learning difficulties that you are facing, and we can see how best we can serve you or help you. We're using the word serve because it's in connection to our theme for this year. The end of knowledge is service to others. So we have to be of service of help to people as well as PNG as well. We are serving PNG by sharing information about security, about international relations with the community and with our society in PNG, different societies in PNG. So we help each other to learn about these issues, security issues related to international relations or foreign policy. All right, that's all. We'll discuss more on Friday when we meet for the double period. On Friday, it's from 10:30 to 11:30. So please pass the message to the others Lizzie set up back, so Lizzie can also extend the message announcement to the others as well. Okay, so I'll stop here. If you don't have any more questions, any more clarification, then I'll stop here and let you people go. Let you go. Yes. Yeah. One question, Jason, before you go. What about MS Teams? Are you having issues using MS Teams, or can you use it and conduct video meetings? We tried last year, but it didn't work. That's why I'm using Zoom. Oh, we have a problem with the network. So anyway, we'll continue the discussion on Friday. Thank you for attending.